Welcome to this Google Calendar Basics video provided by Simple Business Solutions. In this video, we're going to be going over the basics of Google Calendar, creating an event, changing events, how to set recurring events, and different ways to get around. So what is Google Calendar? Well, like any of your other calendar programs, iCal or any other planning tool, it's just a calendaring program. It can connect to other calendars. You can share your calendars with other people. You can have multiple calendars. It's a pretty intense level of management that you can get into. And we'll cover those things in other videos. In this video, we're just going to talk about the basics. How to navigate Google Calendar, how to switch views and ways that it represents dates, how to turn on or off the calendars that it gives you, and how to create and modify events. So here we are. We have the Simple Business Solutions calendar. Let's say that, let's say that I want to create a new event on June 18th. To create an event in any view where you see the times on the sides, we'll get into views in just a sec. To create an event, just click and drag. So I just click from 12 to 2, and there's an event. When I do that, it pops up with a box so I can type in an event name. If I made a mistake in my times or if I just approximated, I can correct them here. Now, as you're correcting these times, you can type them in either something like military time, or you can type them in regular AM or PM, and you can be pretty loose. So if I wanted to say 11 a.m., it automatically knows it's 11 a.m. Instead of me having to type the colons and the zeros and everything else. So simple, creating an event, right? And then you click the blue button, click save, there you go. But from time to time, you may want to modify other parts of an event. So let's click on that event that you made, and let's look at a couple of the basic options. The most common one is to delete. The second most common is to edit. You might want to make a change. There's some other buttons up here to do things like printing and copying it to other calendars and publishing it and handing it off to somebody else, but those are more advanced features. The two most common things are to delete and to edit. So we click on edit. We type in whoever else we're going to be having this event with. Usually, this would be where you would send an invitation or a calendar invitation for business meetings or something like that. If there's a location, you would type in that and a description. You can also set notifications for people by clicking Add Notification, and that'll change the notification settings just for that event. And you could add conferencing using some supported conferencing tool. You may be looking to create a repeat event. Well, a repeat event is changed with these options up here. And then you can set how often this thing repeats. Is it weekly on Mondays? Is it some other pattern of Mondays? Is it every year? Is it every weekday? You can enter a custom schedule. If you enter custom, you can create, maybe this is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, every week. So once you set that and click save, you now have an event that repeats. I did not set a repeat event. For events that don't have a definite time, you can select all day. Once you've made the changes you want to make, you click on done and you click on the event again. Now here it shows the details. Remember, we set an alert for 10 minutes before. I can go back in and I can make other changes. So that's the basics of how to edit an event, change an event, create recurring events, and now we're going to talk about just how to get around in your calendar. So there's a couple ways. So to jump to a date, you may notice the calendar on the upper left-hand side of the screen. Just click any day you want, and you'll jump right there in whatever the current view is that you're in. This is a quick way to get around without having to switch views and clunk all around the place. What do I mean by switch views? I've said this word view a number of times. Well, there's this drop down up here that for me says a week at the moment. If I change it to day, it shows a daily agenda. And if I switch it to month, it shows me kind of the same thing that's over here. And year shows me zoomed out even more. And I can do other things. Like I can look at an agenda like this. I can go for 4 days, so that today and the next 4 days. Or I can look at, like I was, by the week. I like week view. So we're at week view. In order to go forward in the current view, so let's switch it to something else, let's say month. In order to go forward, you click these arrows. The same thing for the weeks. That's basic navigation in Google Calendar. And so the final simple point is to just take a look on the left-hand side, and you'll see that there are some calendars that Google has created for you, such as a birthdays calendar and a reminders calendar. We'll get into how to work with multiple calendars in the next video, but for now, just take note that you can have multiple ones and begin thinking about how you might want to split them up. So that's it for this Google Calendar training video. If you like this video and want more like it, please subscribe to our channel.